What's the next big shock in Chicago Fire? A fan favorite might be leaving for good. The truth is right here in this video. The Chicago Fire family is losing two beloved members as Jake Lockett, Sam Carver, and Daniel Carey, Darren Ritter, exit the series ahead of season 14. The news, confirmed as part of a cost-cutting measure by the production company, has left fans reeling, especially since both characters had become integral to the dynamic of Firehouse 51. Lockett, who joined the show in season 10, quickly became a fan favorite as the brooding yet deeply loyal Sam Carver. His character's complex backstory and evolving relationships with the rest of the team, particularly his bond with Lieutenant Kelly Severide, Taylor Kinney, and his turbulent romance with paramedic Violet Mikami, Hanako Greensmith, made him a standout in recent seasons. Similarly, Daniel Carey's Darren Ritter had grown from a wide-eyed probie to a seasoned firefighter, often serving as the heart of the firehouse. His friendship with Gallo, Alberto Rosend, and his mentorship under Herman, David Eigenberg, provided some of the show's most heartfelt moments. Why are Carver and Ritter leaving? While NBC and Wolf Entertainment have not released an official statement on the departures, industry insiders suggest budget constraints played a significant role. With rising production costs and the need to balance an ensemble cast, difficult decisions had to be made. Unfortunately, Lockett and Carey's exits are not the first for Chicago Fire, which has seen major stars like Jess Spencer, Matt Casey, Monica Raymond, Gabriella Dawson, and Annie Ilons, Emily Foster, leave over the years. However, unlike some past departures, which were due to actors pursuing other projects, this round of exits appears to be financially motivated. This has led to frustration among fans, who argue that Carver and Ritter's storylines were far from finished. How will the show write them out? One silver lining is that the writers were reportedly given enough notice to craft meaningful exits for both characters. Unlike abrupt departures that leave plot holes, such as Brett Dalton's Chief Hawkins being killed off abruptly in season 10, Carver and Ritter's farewells are expected to be more organic. For Carver, his exit could tie into his ongoing struggles with his past. A redemption arc or a heroic sacrifice would be fitting for the character, who has always walked the line between self-destruction and bravery. Alternatively, he could leave Chicago to start fresh, possibly reconnecting with family or pursuing a new career path. Ritter's departure may be less dramatic but equally emotional. Given his close ties to the firehouse, a promotion or transfer to another unit would make sense. Some fans speculate he might follow in Sylvie Brett's, Kara Kilmer, footsteps, moving to Portland to reunite with Matt Casey, especially since Ritter has always admired Casey's leadership. Fan reactions: outrage and sadness. The news of Lockett and Carey's exits has sparked an outpouring of emotion on social media. Many fans argue that Carver and Ritter were two of the most compelling characters in recent seasons, bringing fresh energy to the show after longtime stars departed. "This is a huge mistake," one fan tweeted. "Carver and Ritter were the heart of the new generation. Without them, the firehouse feels empty." Others have expressed frustration with NBC's decision-making, pointing out that Chicago Fire remains one of the network's top-rated dramas. If the show is doing well, why cut key characters? This isn't just about budgets, it's about respecting the fans. Another viewer wrote, "What's next for Jake Lockett and Daniel Carey?" Though their time on Chicago Fire has ended, both actors have bright futures ahead. Lockett, who has previously appeared in The Wilds and Shadowhunters, has already hinted at new projects in his Instagram post. Given his intense on-screen presence, he'd be a strong fit for action or thriller roles. Carey, who has also worked in theater and indie films, may explore more dramatic opportunities. His versatility as an actor, balancing humor and emotional depth, makes him a standout talent. Some fans are already campaigning for him to join FBI or Law and Order, other Wolf Entertainment productions. The future of Firehouse 51. With two major exits, Chicago Fire will need to reintroduce new faces to keep the ensemble dynamic alive. The show has a history of successfully integrating new characters, such as the addition of Carver himself after Casey's departure. However, the challenge will be maintaining the emotional core of the series. Carver and Ritter weren't just firefighters, they were family. Their absence will leave a void, and the writers will need to ensure that their departures are honored in a way that feels true to the spirit of the show. Final thoughts. A bittersweet farewell. Jake Lockett and Daniel Keary's exits mark the end of an era for Chicago Fire.